Hello, mis cielitos, and welcome back. Coco and Rosh are here, and we are continuing Ace Attorney Investigations 2.
Hello, Chardon.
There's something here, and then something here doesn't quite add up. It doesn't. Take another look at the scene in front of us, Detective. A very conspicuous pool of blood that should be here is clearly missing. You're right. Don't remember anybody mentioning they'd remove the blood along with the body. Let me check with forensics.
What is it, Mr. E? What did you figure out?
Compare the treasure chest in the photograph to the real thing. In the picture, the solid chocolate bottom continues underneath the deceased's head. And yet that part of the chest is now gone.
The pot with the blood all over it.
Exactly. So how did the police remove it? Or perhaps... Did the police remove it? Or perhaps the killer? It wasn't forensics. They're saying nobody took anything like that away. Interesting. So somebody deliberately removed the blood from the scene? Could be. I think we're about done here for now. Well, if I wasn't convinced before, I am now. Tangaroa did it. No two ways about it.
What do you mean?
All the rooms in this place lock from the inside. The only way to unlock them from the outside is with this key. I see. And who had access to that key? Who do you think? Tangaroa. And it's the only one. There aren't any copies. And with the mansion key, Tangaroa could slip into anybody else's room. Anytime he liked. And he could even lock his own room from the outside if he wanted. But Mr. Tangaroa's room wasn't locked, was it? Nope. Which is exactly what makes him a suspect. Would you care to explain your thinking?
Where do you buy your eyeliner?
Wow, yeah, it's good. Very nice. If the door had been locked when the body was found, Tangaroa would have been the obvious suspect. Which is why he deliberately didn't lock his room. And why he smashed in the lid of the treasure chest, so the body was on full display. Everyone was supposed to gather in his room when the judging finished up. So he made it look like the murder happened while he wasn't there. The one thing he didn't plan on was bound finding the body. Anyway, that's my thinking on this whole thing. Good enough for you, Mr. Attorney? Did you also believe it was Mr. Tangaroa who damaged the other pieces in this room?
Yup. I know you have to believe your client, and that's your job. But I'm a detective, and I serve the law. And no matter how squeaky clean somebody might seem, a suspect is still a suspect.
I fully understand your reasoning, Detective. Now, would you mind if I applied a little critical thinking of my own?
Heh, do your worst.
Just as a detective won't compromise his devotion to the law, I won't compromise my beliefs either. And I'm not about to just accept his version of events. In fact, I'm going to show him the piece of evidence that highlights the contradiction in his claims.
If the door had been locked when the body was found, Tangaroa would have been the obvious suspect. Hold it!
That's hardly solid ground on which to base your suspicion of Mr. Tangaroa, Detective.
And that's hardly solid grounds to start shouting objections left and right, Mr. Attorney. Maybe. Quit interrupting and let me finish. Which is why he deliberately didn't lock his room. Hold it!
And why would he deliberately not lock his room?
Because if he locked it, he might as well have held up a sign saying he did it since he had the only key.
Maybe it was just a coincidence? Maybe he left it unlocked without meaning to.
He just happened to leave it unlocked, and somebody just happened to find a body inside. Come on, kid. You'll never make detective thinking like that.
Be a detective. I want to be an attorney.
I'd be grateful if you stopped trying to steal my apprentice.
Look, there's a reason why Tangaroa left his door unlocked. And why he smashed in the lid of the treasure chest, so the body was on full display. Hold it!
You're saying Mr. Tangaroa himself deliberately smashed the treasure chest open?
Yep. If he hadn't, the body would have never been found.
I struggle to see how he managed to destroy his creation while judging the contest at the same time.
Exactly. And besides, there's no way he would have disrespected his sweets. He eats every last crumb on Bacon Bop while dancing. That's the only way his stuff gets destroyed.
This isn't about what happens on TV, kid.
You know about Bacon Bop, Detective. Am I the only one who isn't familiar with this show?
I bet your son isn't. Well, I never would have guessed. Can you sing the theme song too?
Never mind that now. Focus.
He totally
Definitely
can.
The point is this. Tangaroa was responsible for breaking that lid. Everyone was supposed to gather in his room when the judging was finished up. Hold it!
The judging began in Mr. Gusto's room, right?
Yeah. I'd have wanted to check his hard candy stuff out myself.
In that case, how about a demonstration?
Aww.
Yes! Well, it's you, detective.
Perfect.
Looks just like him. You calling him a dirty dog?
Cute pupper, excuse you.
A dirty dog. It's a wolf.
A lone wolf. I like it.
Can you do it as a persona, please?
I'm starting to enjoy these little displays. I'm not used to people being so positive. Usually when it's Edgeworth or Phoenix, they're lambasting everyone.
Right? No wonder they're dating.
Anyhow. So he made it look like the murder happened while he wasn't there.
Do you have a clear idea when exactly the murder took place?
Not yet. The autopsy report's still pending.
And yet you still went ahead and arrested Mr. Tangaroa.
We may not know when the murder happened, but we know when the body was discovered. It was while Tangaroa was judging Gusto's room. The perfect alibi if he could set it up just right.
But still not grounds for an arrest. Surely you have to agree with that.
Do I? Especially when I've got nothing more to say to you.
Why do I get the feeling he's hiding something? Detective Bad seems pretty convinced that Mr. Tangaroa is the culprit.
But there's no way he would have vandalized his own creations. No way! Still, the treasure chest did get smashed in. There's no denying that.
Perhaps we should focus more on what led to the body's discovery. Doing so should make it easier to spot the flaw in Detective Bad's theory.
It's time to review our evidence.
Yep. Once again, it has been a while. So, I will admit to this, since I always like saying this, being honest about this thing. I do have a walkthrough on standby in case we get stuck that we will use. I'm not looking at it right now, but... Because I didn't even remember we were playing as Gregory. We started this session.
Yeah, she opened the game and went, oh god!
Yep. Alright, attorney's badge. Teapot, which I want. I want this
Yeah, same.
teapot.
It's so pretty. Did we get an achievement for looking at that as Edgeworth's dad or something like that? I don't remember.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Let's see. So contest rules. A piece of a paper listing the rules for the contest. Yeah, right. Ultimate cookbook. Title of World's Greatest Confectioner. Rules. Judging will proceed clockwise from the leftmost room. All contestants to gather in Mr. Tangaroa's room when judging ends. 2. Non-confectionery items may not be used as decoration. Stands and display materials will be provided. Contestants may not enter another contestant's room until judging has been completed.
Okay.
So, frame finger marks. Someone left finger marks on the chocolate frame but did not leave any prints. A seal that was found near the body. When it was discovered, what could the design signify? Notes about the crime scene, the police have taken custody of the body. The victim's body was found in Samson's Tangaroa's room inside a chocolate treasure chest. The lid was closed until the ship collapsed. A part of the treasure chest was covered in blood, is missing. Every other item in the room is also missing a piece of itself. The cause of death appears to have been blood loss following blunt force trauma. And there's that. The one and only key that unlocks every room in the mansion. Tangaroa was in possession of it the entire time.
It was him. That's the cold, dead eyes of a murderer.
Absolutely. My client, a man said to be the greatest confectioner of his generation. R.T. Frost, a murder victim, found dead inside Samson's Tangaroa's chocolate work. Judy Bound, assistant to Samson Tangaroa. She's fond of the work of the sculptor Paul Halik. Carmelo Gusto, a candy crafting confectioner who's taking part in the contest. Alicia Scone, a confectioner who will do whatever it takes to achieve her goals. Alright. So...
Oh,
so this is
no,
'cause
it
it was
said
the...
that, yeah,
Yeah, okay.
it was closed over when the police came in.
It was
Yeah.
on this one, okay.
Objection!
We've established the body was hidden inside the chest. And as Miss Bound only came running into this room when she heard a sound. It seems reasonable to infer that the sound was that of the chocolate boat collapsing.
Sure. Seems likely, based on the evidence.
And yet you assert that it was Mr. Tangaroa who had smashed the lid of the chest. I believe this photo makes it clear that it was the ship that did the smashing. And if that had occurred only moments before Miss Bound had entered the room, and it couldn't have been broken by Mr. Tangaroa, who was out judging the contest at the time.
I never said he did it then and there. He could have done something to the stand, but collapsed when he was in the middle of judging.
Objection!
Have you any way of proving that assertion?
Nope. But the investigation isn't over yet. There's still time.
So he doesn't have anything conclusive. Have you found any prints in this room besides those of Mr. Tangaroa?
Yep, on the door. But we found Tangaroa's and Frost's prints on there too.
We were all brought in here for a briefing, right before we started to work on our creations. Those prints are probably from then.
I take it you haven't checked any of Mr. Tangaroa's works for prints yet.
Why would?
We know that somebody tampered with them. Therefore, it's possible they left some prints behind when they did so.
Fine. But if we don't find anything, your guy's still top of my list. Got it? You, check all of this chocolate stuff for prints, now!
Hey! Forensics will have a different voice every time. Detective Bad. We finished dusting the chocolate, this is a bad bet, and we found prints that didn't belong to Mr. Tangaroa, sir.
Go on. Whose?
Delicia Scone, sir. She's one of the contestants. You do not understand how hard it was for me to remember scone and not scone.
Good work. You can go back to whatever you were investigating before.
Yes, sir.
So, it seems we have a suspect besides Mr. Tangaroa.
Even without your lawyerly input, I wasn't about to wrap up the investigation anyway. I'll go speak to Miss Scone and see what she has to say for herself.
Delicia Scone. Mr. Gusto mentioned her too. He said that she was ruthless and that she'd do anything to win.
This Scone lady sounds like a pretty suspicious character, huh, Mr. E?
Yes, I think we better try to speak with her ourselves as well. Detective Bad, would you mind if we accompanied you?
Babysitting you is not my job.
Aw, come on!
But I guess you did pick up a couple of useful clues already. So if you want to tag along, be my guest.
Thank you, Detective. You're too kind. Old man Yowie.
But Detective Bad, sir! I don't think that's such a good idea. The lead prosecutor is still busy in there.
Uh-oh.
Von Karma intensifies.
It'll be fine. Me and him don't exactly see eye to eye anyhow.
This him. Why are they pronouncing so hard? Who did they assign the case to?
Manfred von Karma.
What? They gave us Von Karma? He hasn't lost a case in 25 years.
Oh god, it's gonna be weird seeing a younger one, Karma.
Oh, I don't like that idea. No. He's like all smooth and fresh faced.
Manfred von Karma, living legend over at the prosecutor's office. We've never faced one another in the courtroom, but I've heard plenty of stories. They say he'll do anything to ensure a guilty verdict. But I can't let that distract me. But now, I need only continue to do what I believe is right. We get to him and he somehow looks even older instead.
Oh. I'm just gonna close my window real quick while you're on the menu.
Okay.
Because it is approaching lunchtime and the gulls are out. Oh my god, look at her.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Yes! She looks like a Maple Story character.
She does! Oh, baby girl in the other side.
December 24th, 7:30 p.m. Contest. Venue. Scones Room.
And so, and look, there are even some little elves to go with it.
Rooms laid out, pretty much the same as Tangaroa's.
Not as cold though. That's something.
Let's see. Yeah, looks like there's a temperature control panel in here too.
This is a Lalafell only building?
Oh, your giant ass can't fit through the dwarven hovels in the first? You disgust me. Over there where that orange light is, right?
We'd better take a closer look at it when we can.
Oh, that was perfect, sir.
Oops.
It's okay.
It looks like a fairy tale storybook in here. And this whipped cream covered construction must be the works of Miss Delicia Scone.
Where is Miss Scone?
Do you want her or should I?
Let's see, what's the breakdown?
She's like vicious and will do anything to get her way, they said.
Are you Samson or are you Judy? I can't remember.
I'm both of them because we didn't know like
Oh,
who was who
oops.
when they first got introduced. So
All
I'm
right.
happy for you to.
I'll take her then.
Okay.
Me? Why, I'm just over here, dearie.
Perfect.
Oh, just look at you lovely boys. Delicious scone at your service. Some cheeky blighters back in Blighty even call me Miss Delicious Tea. Miss Delicious Tea.
Called a lovely boy at 34. Unexpected, to say the least.
Ages rapidly. Lovely boys? Really? Even Mr. E?
Oh yes, dear. You, the detective over there, you're all lovely boys to me.
I'm nobody's lovely boy, lady. Name's bad.
I wonder just how old she is.
Finish this up so we can get out of here, Mr. Attorney. I'm fearful of small people.
I don't like what the phrase lovely boy did to me psychologically.
Yes, all right.
Oh, Christ.
God. What is the meaning of this? Chit-chatting with the defense?
Oh my god.
Gary just stepped out of the castle!
Von Karma.
Yes, was hiding in the cake the whole time. What? He's Manfred von Karma?
Sorry, mannequins.
Are we just gonna gloss over mannequins?
The notorious prosecutor Von Karma himself. It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Von Karma. Gregory Edgeworth, attorney at law.
Oh, he looks the same,
yeah.
Phew.
Thank God. I couldn't care less what your name is. Your job is to lose me and disappear, never to. Sorry, your job is to lose to me and disappear, never to show your sniveling face again.
What a thoroughly rude individual.
Those piercing eyes, that furrowed brow. Yeah, even scarier than they say.
And you might want to keep such rude thoughts to yourself, Eddie. We were hoping you might permit us to carry out some brief inquiries, Mr. Von Karma.
Huh, and why would I wish to extend you any such courtesy?
This clearly isn't going to be easy.
So long as your inquiries are limited to this room, I suppose I'll allow it. You seem like a straight shooter. Sorry.
Why the sudden change of heart?
You, the tall fellow.
Name's bad. Is that so hard to remember?
I did not ask for your opinion. The thoughts of a lowly detective do not concern me. But I do admire your spirit. Bed, see to it that these worms don't step out of line.
Why do I have to?
I am not offering you a choice, detective. You are lovely boy.
No!
I need to go and look over Gusto's room. Good day. Do svidania, even though I am German.
Great. More babysitting.
Why aren't Detective Bad and Mr. Von Karma investigating together? They don't seem to know each other well enough for there to be bad blood between them.
Oh, looks like we have permission to investigate. Guess we better get to it.
And with that, we will end this episode right here. Thank you all so very much for joining us. Hope you have a wonderful time zone wherever you are, and as always, please do take care of yourselves and each other. Toodaloo!
Cheery. Really are just gonna gloss over mannequins, huh?